Alright, so the choir's wrapping up, so it's a little loud, but I'm going to show you how to turn on our entire system. The computer stays on automatically, but when you need to have it come out of sleep, you just click the power button and it will come out of sleep. This switch will turn on this half of the soundboard, so let's flip this on. That'll turn on the camera controller, the video switcher, and all of the adapters needed to move the cameras, to move everything around. And then we're going to come straight back over to this side. The cover's already off, but usually there's a cover on the soundboard. We're going to flip this one on, and that will turn on the soundboard and all of those cameras. Now that that's done, taking care of the soundboard, we're going to come over here and we're going to power on our wireless, and we're going to power on this. So down here behind the handheld is the power switch. Turn that on. That's turning on, and that'll turn on all of these. And then click this button behind the batteries, and that will turn on our lights. One thing to notice, if you're going to plug something in, plug into the back ports here. This is a surge protector, meaning the battery thing isn't on all the time, which is what we wanted. So coming back over to here, one of the things you'll notice is it says we're not connected to anything over A. A talks about our AES system or our stage box system. So to make sure we get that on, we need to turn on both our stage boxes and the speakers. So with that, we're going to take this white remote, we're just going to aim it up front, and we're going to go on for 1 and on for 2. You can see on this speaker, it has a little green light underneath. It's a little faint, but you can still see it there. So that will give you a hint that it's on. We can also come back over here, and now that we have those on, it will say ASD16 Plus, and that means that everything up there is on. Now, there is one small note, because our speaker is out, we have to manually turn this speaker on. So we're going to go do that up here. Just manually turn it on there. Right. There we go. So that turns on. You can also see that these, our stage boxes, have a power light and a status to let you know where they are. So this is over by the organ side, and we're going to come across. And you can see it on this side. It has all 3 lights, as this is power, the incoming from our soundboard, and the outgoing to the other stage box on the other side. So with all those lights on, that means everything is connected. That means you are ready to come into your scene. Okay, now that everything's turned on, and we know that it's turned on because that's in, and everything's okay, we can come over here and we can set up our scene. Currently, it's set to the St. Andrew current scene. To change that, we're going to come over here under scenes. We're going to click this view button. It's going to open this list. It'll have cue, scenes, and snippets up at the top, and we can use these page selects to turn whichever we want to go. We're going to go to scenes by clicking that, and then we're going to use our left dial here. We're going to go down to the new scene that we want. We're going to click it because it's a dial and a button. And once it pops that up, we can use the arrow, flip over, and now the board is set up for the Seventh-day Advent. Do the same thing in reverse. Come up here and just load into our current scene, and there we go. Everything's all set up and ready to go. We're also going to go over extra cables that we have here. These 2 cables are for the CD player for the Seventh-day Advent. This cable here is for the wireless microphone for Seventh-day Advent. Over here, this cable is for audio input to the board for Seventh-day Advent computer. This will be the slides input, so anything you want to go to the TVs or to the stream will come through here for your slides. And then this is where the stream will come out of from our video switcher. So from here, you will plug this into OBS, and you can run your stream through this. This remote turns on and off the TVs. It does all of the TVs at once, so just be careful of how you turn them on, because once you try to hit this button, any of them that are turned on will turn off, any of them that are turned off will turn on. It's a little annoying. All right, so now you're done with service, and you need to shut everything down. So we're going to start here with this board because it's the easiest. hold down this button for a second. I'm going to click proceed. It's saving data and shutting down. Once it says hibernating, you can come back here and just click this button, and that's all off. Next, we're going to click this little switch down here and turn all of the wireless microphones off. If you need them, you didn't need to turn them on. And then finally, we're going to come over to our soundboard here. We're going to click setup, and we're going to want to be on the global page. If it's not on the global page, we can use the page select tools to move back and forth. We're going to go to global, sys control, and then we're going to want to choose by using the dial, shutdown, and then just click it. And it says you can now safely turn off the console. With that, it means we can turn off this switch. We're going to use the remote here, and we're going to do 1 and 2 off, and that'll turn off both speakers and stage boxes. We're going to come over here to this side. These are all designed to just turn off, so you can come over here, flip the switch. You can use the same remote here to turn on and off the TVs. And for the computer, once it turns back on because it was sleeping, with the computer, we're never going to ever turn it off. That'll be something that the IT company can do. And so you can see down here the power button, and there is sleep. So we're going to choose the sleep setting, and the computer will go to sleep. Lastly, for right now, because we have the speaker, we come back here and flip this power switch, and you can see that turns off. You can see these are also off from that remote, and that's everything shut off from our tech booth.